guys, welcome back to my channel, Gorillas and Heels. Today I'll be doing a review of one of my favorite handbags from my favorite brand, which is Moynat, and I will be reviewing the Moynat Rejane bag. So this bag is 7 years old and I will be splitting this video into 5 different sections. The first section, I'll be talking about the history of the brand for those of you who are interested. I'll then talk about the considerations that you may want to have if you're buying this bag. The third section, I'll cover the different components of the bag. The fourth section, how the bag looks like on me. And the fifth section, I'll share my overall thoughts, pros and cons of the bag. So the brand was founded in 1849 by Pauline Moynat, and they were known as trunk makers. So they're actually even older than Louis Vuitton. Now the brand stayed with the family and passed through 3 generations when it eventually shut its operations in Paris in 1976. After that, there was a revival of the brand. LVMH CEO Bernard Arnault bought the brand in 2010 and he hired Ramesh Nair as the first creative director of Moynat. Many people have actually compared the craftsmanship and quality of Moynat to Hermes. Well, I do not own any Hermes bags, so it's hard for me to compare, but I must say that I'm very happy with the quality of the bag and the service that Moynat actually offers. So I'll tell you a quick story of the bag. When I bought it 7 years ago, there was actually an issue with the clasp. It detached quite easily and my SA took it back, sent it back to Paris, and they fixed it and shipped it back to me free of charge. So I got to know the Moynat brand when the store first opened in 2014 in London, and the SA was telling me all about the history of Moynat, and they also went through the features of the bag and how it relates to the original bags that Moynat was producing back in the 1800s. Two most popular bags when Ramesh Nair first became creative director was the Pauline and the Rejane. So for me, I always had my eye on this bag. I was looking at it for 2 years before I eventually purchased it. So considerations that you need to have when you are buying the bag. Of course, the first thing is size. There are actually 5 different sizes of the Moynat Rejane, although you will not be able to get all 5 sizes anymore. So let me start with the largest size, that is GM, and that's 30 centimeters. That's not in production anymore, but when Moynat first launched their Rejane, there were 2 sizes, the PM, which is the one I have here, in 26 centimeters, and the GM in 30 centimeters. So after the GM, the next size down is the PM, which is this size, and this is the most classic size, where it's 26 centimeters in length. The third size is the Rejane 23 cm, and I believe you can't get that anymore. That one is quite unique because it's bi-colored. The edges are of a different color compared to the main color of the bag. So it's a little bit funky and edgy. Fourth size would be the Rejane BB size. That is 20 centimeters, and I believe that's also a very popular size today. Very last size is the Rejane Nano, which sits at 14.5 centimeters. So that's extremely small. It's really a cute bag, but it's probably hard to use it on a day-to-day basis. So for the nano size as well as the BB size, they only introduced this in recent years. Now the second consideration to have is the color of the metal. So the one that I have is in silver hardware, and I like all my bags in silver hardware. When Moynat first launched its bags in 2011, 2012, they only had silver hardware. Gold hardware only came in much later and you had to custom order it. Today you are able to choose the hardware whether you prefer it in silver or gold. And the third consideration is the leather or the material of the bag. Now Moynat has 3 different types of leather. The most common leather used for the Rejane bag is the Torillon leather, where it's largely pebbled in nature. This is actually my favorite type of leather because it's quite scratch resistant. The second type of leather that they use is the Karat calf leather. Now for that one, the pebbles are a lot smaller in nature and I think it's even more scratch resistant. I do prefer the Torillon leather though, because in my opinion it feels a little bit more luxurious. The third type of leather which Moynat uses is the box calf leather. So that's the smooth leather. It's very beautiful, but it's very prone to scratches. Something to also call out is that if you prefer the bag in box leather, the pricing is a lot more expensive. I believe for the Rejane BB, it's about 50 to 60% more expensive. So that's just one additional consideration to note. For the PM size bag in this material, it costs £4,160 today. And for the nano size, which is the smallest, that costs £2,170, and the BB size costs £3,800. Now, if you're looking at the BB size in box leather, that is going for about £6,000. So yes, the box leather version is a lot more pricey than the Torelon leather version. One thing I also wanted to call out is that they actually have a Rejane clutch version of the bag. Let me insert some pictures. I think that is quite elegant. If you're looking for a clutch, you can actually consider the Rejane clutch, which I believe you have a special order, or you can actually consider the Gabrielle clutch, which is very elegant as well. One thing I also wanted to call out is that if you do visit any of the Moynat stores today, the Rejanes are not really on display because they had a change in creative director. So from what I understand from my sales associates is that there is a slight change in direction of the brand. However, Moynat recognizes that this is one of their signature bags and it's really popular. So if you would like to purchase it in a combination that you like, you can always put in a special order. It takes about 4 to 5 months for it to arrive. Onto the composition of the bag. This is the Rejane PM in silver hardware, and the color is Tortorelli, or also known as Dove Grey. What I love about the bag is that its shape is so unique. It's very iconic to Moynat as a brand. How the bag works is that there is a clasp right here. You have to push it down to open the flap. Interior is fully leather lined. There is a zip in the inside, and it's just one whole compartment. Inside is smooth leather, so you do need to be quite careful if you do not wish to stain the bag. It also comes with a strap that is adjustable if you wish to carry the bag crossbody. How it looks like the bag is that there is a horizontal line here and the handles are attached right on top of the bag. What the sales associate explained to me when I was buying the bag is that for the PM size, there are 7 pieces of leather inside the flap, which makes the bag quite heavy. So how the bag looks on me, I'm going to insert a couple of pictures. Even though there's a strap that comes with it, how I find myself carrying the bag is on the crook of my arm or handheld like this. When I'm traveling, I do carry crossbody, although I do find it quite big for my frame when I'm wearing crossbody. I'm about 1.6 meters in height. I think that the BB size works better on me, but when I was purchasing the bag, there was no such size. The 26 centimeters or PM was actually the smallest size available. The last part on my thoughts on the bag, I think it's a very, very classic and unique bag. If you are looking for something that you can wear on a daily basis or carry in the evening, I would highly recommend the Rejane in BB size. What I love about the bag is that there are no other bags from brands that are like this, right? We know of the Chanel Classic Flap. There are so many similar types of the bags that other houses do, but for the Rejane, it's really unique to Moynat. Second is the craftsmanship is excellent. This bag is 7 years old, but you can't even tell. There's no wear and tear, I would say. It's very sturdy. The leather is beautiful, not just on the exterior but on the interior as well. And lastly, service is extremely good. So anytime there's an issue, feel free to bring your bag to the Moynat store and they're more than willing to help you out. If there is a true production issue, they're even willing to send it back to Paris to have it fixed. So everything is hand stitched and craftsmanship is really good. What I do not like about the bag is that it can be quite heavy. I think that's because I'm carrying the PM size. I actually tried the BB size in store and it was perfect. If I had a choice and if the smaller sizes were available when I bought it, I would have definitely bought a size smaller. And the flap here is quite sturdy, so if you're traveling around and if you're opening and closing your bag, it's not that easy to access the bag. That's my review of the bag. Would I purchase it again? Absolutely yes, but I would get it in the BB size because I feel that it fits my frame better. So that's it to my video. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions about the bag, please pop it down in the comments below. And if you want me to share about the other Moynat bags and my thoughts about them, please let me know as well. Thank you all for watching this video. Have a good week ahead and I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care and goodbye.